Hello everyone, now we are going to solve the questions based on the torque method. In the question it is given that a single degree of freedom as shown in figure consists of massless bar. The important thing is to be noted that this is the bar which is given here in the diagram. You can see here, this is massless bar. This is massless bar AB. Hinged at A and mass of 2 kilograms at NB. It is having a mass. You can see that mass is N is equal to 2 kilogram given in the question. Natural frequency of the vibration in radian per second. See, this type of question is generally asked in the GATE examination. When you solve the previous year questions, you can see the questions basically based on the energy method or torque method. Okay, so here again we are going to apply the torque method because it is easy to apply the torque method, because in the torque method you just have to write down the equations. If you write down the equations accurately, then you will be able to solve the questions very fast. So let us assume that this bar is going to be rotated through an angle theta. Okay, so if the theta is in the direction of rotation, this is in clockwise directions, so the inertial torque would be in opposite direction side theta double dot. And what is the spring? So this is the spring. Let us assume that both are having the same spring constant K. So the first spring would be K and the arc would be theta into this complete length. This means 2L. Okay, so this is 2L. 2L is this is the force. Basically, you can see here what is the spring force. Basically, K into X. And what is the X? X is this distance. This is the arc. That means that this is the displacement of the spring. So that's why this is the force. Okay. Now we have to take a torque about this point A. So this would be again the length is 2L. So 2L multiplied 2L, this would be 2L whole square. And since we have considered this arc, the arc would be, that arc would be theta into 2L. That's why we have to multiply with theta. Okay. Again, I'm explaining that you can see when I write down the torque of the spring force of the this second spring. This is the arc. Okay, this is the displacement of the spring when the bar is going to be rotated through an angle theta. This would be the displacement of the spring. So if this is the displacement of the spring, what would be the force of the spring? The force of the spring is nothing but K into, because both are having the same constant, K into L theta, because this is arc. L theta multiply torque is, this is L. Okay, so this is our equations. Now we just have to write down the torque equations. That would be I theta double dot. Don't consider mg mass, because there is, however, there is bar which is massless. If in the question it is given that this bar is also having mass, even in that case you have not to consider. Again I am saying, whether it is the massless bar or it is having some mass. I'm talking about bar. You don't have to consider the torque of mg. I have write down the note in the theoretical portion when we told you about the torque method, that I have written that note that in the horizontal case you have not to consider the mg torque, because mg force is balanced by the initial spring deflection. So that's why mg torque is not going to be considered when the bar is going to be rotated with an angle theta, because most of the students make a mistake here. They will consider the mg torque. However, this is a simple questions, because in the question it is simply given that this is a massless bar. Okay, but generally they will give you the mass of the bar also to get confused. So remember one thing: if the system is horizontal, if this is the system which is horizontal, so you need not to consider the mg torque. So here the k L square theta plus 4k L square theta is equal to 0. This is k L square, this is 4k L square, that would becomes I theta double dot plus 5k L square theta is equal to 0. Now these equations become, you just have to find out the natural frequency. Just rearrange these equations. You will get 5k L square upon I theta is equal to 0. Now what is the moment of inertia? This is the mass, and moment of inertia of this mass about point A is m multiply L plus L, that means 2L whole square. Okay, so the moment of inertia about point A would be I is equal to IA is equal to m and 2L square. Huh. See, one important thing that you have to consider, I am saying that empty torque is not going to be considered. I am explaining both the things. Okay, this is a massless bar. Okay, but the mass is given, some mass is given which is attached at the end of the bar. Okay, so if the mass is given, if the mass of the bar is given, for example in the question if the capital M is the mass of the bar, so you need not to consider the mg torque, but when you calculate the moment of inertia, you have to consider the moment of inertia for the bar as well as for the mass which is going to be attached at the end of the bar. Okay, however in the question this is a massless bar, so we only consider the moment of inertia due to this small m mass. Okay, so this would be m12 square, that means 4 ml square. Now we can write down the frequency, that is under root of 5kl square upon, and be careful about units. What is the unit given? You just have to be careful about it. You just have to put the value of moment of inertia, that is 5kl square upon 4ml square. This would be cancelled out and you will get here 5k upon 4m. So when you solve this, you will get the natural frequency of the vibrations because the value of k and mass is given. So 5 multiply 200 Newton per meter. Okay, and the mass is 2 kilogram. So it would be under root of 500. There will be a 4. Okay, so this would be under root of 500 by 4, and you will get 11.18. So that would be the natural frequency of vibration radian per second. Again, I'm explaining this question. We are going to apply the torque method. This is basically torque method. Torque method. You can solve these questions using Rayleigh method. Okay, but whatever be the method you are going to apply in the question, you have to be practice a lot of questions on that method. Okay, then only apply that method. Don't try to apply those methods, don't try to apply that method you have not practiced a lot of questions on that. Suppose I have practiced a lot of questions on the torque method, and if suddenly questions comes in the examinations and I'm going to apply the energy method, so it would be a little bit uncomfortable when solving the questions, confidence will be less. But if I practice a lot of questions on the torque method, then you have to apply the torque method in the examination. So I'm not saying that this question only be solved by the torque method. It can also be solved using the Rayleigh method or the energy method. But it is easy to apply the torque method. So here we have applied the torque method, and I just have to write down the equations of torque. So as you write down the torque equations, you'll be able to get the answer. Okay. So this would be the final answer. Option D is the correct answer for this question. I hope you will not get any doubt here in the questions.